Get it down the court fast and attack the paint.
Going to high-low. Money.
5 minutes in, UCLA 2-point lead. Jaquez on the drive to the baseline. And somehow found a... Campbell out on top. Ware trying to get a piece of the pass. Back to mismatch. Jaquez on Wheeler.
There's that drop step. How good is he?
And maybe the motivation of getting those 2 losses back with these 2 wins if they can do it.
Jaquez scoring more fluidly than maybe he was in that first month of the season.
Oh, nice to hear that you're alive.
Here's Jaquez on the drive. And he's so strong, he goes right up. Didn't score. UCLA 0 for 7 from 3. But despite that,
beautiful.
Down 6, and they get a basket.
Nick Cronin says, let's get it going. They isolate Jaquez, who leans in, and it's amazing because he went 10 minutes with nothing. And now just good footwork.
Checks in for UCLA, number 2. Campbell bouncing at Jaquez off the jump ball, possession arrow back to UCLA. Bellarmine has not scored here over the last 4 minutes and 10 seconds as the Bruins have opened up a narrow 4-point lead.
Bellarmine a little more packed in now. I thought we'd see that. Not as extended as they were to start the game.
Jaquez great. Arizona was one of those, am I correct?
I think so. Arizona was one. I think one was a surprising loss. Early.
Bailey off the mark. Jaquez has.
Why he's on the NBA scouts radar.
Is there a...
Guy's unbelievable. His defensive instincts, you and I have talked about that before, JB. Like, he plays with a lot of effort, but he's got great defense.
With his confidence building, more than capable of getting his own.
Well, if you're going to play off the ball, and again, it seems like he's starting to get the hang of this playing off.
Take the handoff.
It's good.
Has some space. Too strong on the 3. Rebound goes to Clark. He wants to reset. Campbell's calling for it up top.
Jaquez
On the block. Spinning through. Finds some... Baylor up by 2. Immediately, they go to Clark to start this first possession. Here's Jaime Jaquez. Didn't see him on the floor much in that first half with 2 fouls.
Win for Nick Cronin and staff. We'll see the first zone look of the night for Norfolk State.
Good identification. Entry to Jaquez and a bucket.
southernmost route before you get to the big boys of Kings Canyon.
Wow. Bill, there you go.
Spectacular, elite athleticism. Jalen Clark is fighting for that ball constantly. Jaime always doing that. Beautiful. O'Reilly.
They didn't play him in its front, huh?
I think they did,
I
yes.
hope so.
Like Christian Leitner, huh?
Oh, yeah. Very versatile, very talented.
This kid's so good.
Nice defensive work on the spin.
8 to shoot. Jaquez wheels towards the rim.
Back-to-back turnovers, however. And now UCLA can take the lead here. Jaquez, strong.
And finally a shot attempt, but he's off the mark. Offensive rebound, Jaquez. Trying to muscle his way around Harding. Jaquez, yes.
The UCLA should try to exploit.
A.J. Hogarth enters. Down inside. Jaquez runs into Hauser. They repost him. Give him some room to work. He's got a flurry of moves, and he does. Jaquez, this is Juzang now. Shot clock at 9. Jaquez looking for space. Hauser cuts him off, and just that extra move. But he's got it back. Rebound right to him. Jaquez, double team, kicks it. Campbell in traffic. Jaquez, shot fake. Oh!
Peters had 16 points in that game at Calhoun that you saw him in.
Yep. And impressive 16.
Well, one thing Larry Kraskowiak told us about that performance was what he liked is that he didn't settle at the 3-point.
Here's Jaquez with 20 seconds. Jaquez drives, gets underneath and
miss. And the rebound batted out to Jaquez. Jaquez get the reverse lay-in to go. UCLA counters. Jaquez. Nice move.
It's supposed to be a 2-3 zone, but I call it an umbrella zone. They bring it so far beyond the three-point arc. And Jaquez, but
They're playing at the Ultimate Fieldhouse, Copa, which is basically Steph Curry's home court there. That's where they live, and that's where they...
But he said not only were they raring to go on Monday against the Beach, several Bruins stuck around and actually got a game going. Played on the floor while they were here.
Why not?
As that one was canceled.
7 games last year, came off the bench 18 games. 1 minute to play in the first half. Jaquez, and he draws.
Dilemma of bad starts. This kid's footwork is impeccable.
Have been solid. 16 points per game, 4.5 rebounds. Starting to hit the three. Jaquez has taken over UCLA's scoring lead as we imagine.
Some help. Batty might get his career high today.
Here is Jaquez on the drive, off the window.
Is Mark Jackson different than Mark Jones?
Yeah, Mark Jones is a play-by-play announcer. Mark Jackson played in the NBA.
For Jones, three-pointer.
16-13, UCLA. Nice flow to the start of this game.
One of the most influential people in sports and culture. His impact expanded far beyond basketball.
West Lynn, 4 years, 4 state championships.
Well, that's why he's a legend.
Jaime Jaquez in the key.
Drag Jalen Hill out on the perimeter.
Jaquez goes to work.
Nice.
Brad's jacket. I'll tell you later where he was the last couple of days.
You have a chip on your shoulder. Here's Jaquez inside off the window.
Letting your urine get checked out. And I think that people need to know, especially men, are too macho. Early detection's what saved me twice. So get it done. And women...
Trojans had a good win at TCU Friday night. Lost a big lead and then won it at the end. I'll put our out by a senior.
San Jose State around the bucket. I mean, it's got a lid on it. Jaquez. Inside and long ball, no good. Boxed out and then ripped away.
Nice pass.
And who is it that...
Developmental year for UCLA. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys progress over the course of the year, because you got a lot of guys with some raw
passing.
Talent. Yep, and the bucket here.
Jaquez one-on-one with Manic, the spin, the deuce.
Yeah, that's what... Jaquez back and forth. Jaquez with a switch left and doesn't get stopped. No one stopped Jaquez. And that's why you're 75, even though you're not 75. Jaquez in with the...
Drew Peterson played like a combination of Larry Bird and Rick Barry and Bill Russell all in one. But that crowd for USC that night, oh my goodness.
Leaning in, Jaime Jaquez. 5 on the timer. Stolen by Miles Johnson. Jaime Jaquez in transition. Lays it in.
The second best team in the entire country and never got to go to the tournament during our years here.
The first half, and it's 8-7 Washington. UCLA won this matchup just over a week ago, 76-50. Jaquez got Bay off his feet and
off the boards under John Wooden.
You know, I think that when Freddie Mercury and Queen were singing about their best friend, they were talking about the Blacks.
I mean, it's been a while since you got your start.
Option quarterback. That's where Jaquez, his versatility.
Down low to Jaime Jaquez. Spins over Jaden. Jaime Jaquez in the lane. Leans in.
Lucas, he's named after Maurice Lucas, but Maurice Lucas went by the name Luke, and that's what we named him.
Here's Jaquez.
Jaquez, wow.
With the bank shot, he's
just that. Raised in Scotland, came to the United States a couple years ago for high school.
Again, 16 points in the first 4.5 minutes of the game, 13 since.
Who can create offense?
Hyman, Jason Terry, Mike Bibby.
And this team today plays like those teams.
Jaquez with the finish.
Turnovers and rebounding your defensive board. Extra possessions are going to matter in this innate.
Behind his head. That time Jalen Clark gave it a pop it away, retain that possession. Shots, and more importantly, get some stops, you know, on this end of the court.
It's a 9-1 Marquette run.
Shot clock under 10 now. Jaquez going one-on-one with Hamilton, and Jaquez wins that battle.
3 wing scores.
Jaquez backing down the smaller guard, and he is...
Jaquez, nice move. They can't do if this UCLA team's going to get back to the Final Four is get greedy when defenses try and take him out. It's not easy to do.